Brothers and sisters, I'm out here in the secret getaway, the secret hideout, and I want to say happy Thanksgiving. This is a letter to the future generations. Take a deep breath in with me. Hold. Dear future generations, the year is 2020. The year started fantastic, okay? Then all of a sudden, a pandemic came in. The pandemic was actually planned by China, a.k.a. the China virus. Now, when you see this, I don't know if I'll be alive or not. However, I want you to understand some things. We are fighting and we are doing everything we can to stop all the pollution, and there's so much ignorance going on in this world. For example, a lot of people don't even understand the history behind Thanksgiving Day. Welcome, happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day is a very dark holiday, and people are actually trying to reconsider how to celebrate it. If you don't know the time, brothers and sisters, believe in yourself. Now, Thanksgiving Day, how it happened. There was pilgrims, right? We had pilgrims, and hear me out on this, future generations, and whoever sees this today, tomorrow, and the rest of, as I go on. So the settlers came, and they needed help because the Indians were spying on them, and they saw that they were dying by the masses. So the Indians swooped in, they helped them, and they helped them learn how to harvest because it was so cold in Virginia and Massachusetts and another really famous settling spots. Now, a lot of people are under the impression that Christopher Columbus was a good man, and that Christopher Columbus was the first to discover America. Now, let's go back in time. This is where it gets a little interesting, or very interesting. Now, Christopher Columbus, he was not a nice guy. Nobody knows how he actually died. If you want the truth, here's the truth. He was a part of 3 ships. It was the Nina, the Pinta, go ahead, the Nina, what was it? The Nina, Santa Maria, and the Pinta. So, he was actually thrown overboard. Yes, his own men killed him because he was not a very nice guy. Dear future generations. Now, family, a lot of people think that, well, that Christopher Columbus actually discovered America. Well, allegedly the Vikings actually really discovered America, right? Now, let's go back to this. How did anybody discover America when there were already indigenous individuals on American soil? So who really discovered America? We already had indigenous people that nobody was even aware about on American soil. Okay? Dear future generations, we're doing everything we can to stop fossil fuels from polluting the earth and suffocating the earth. We're doing everything we can. There's a lot of people, when I say we, there's a lot of people out there doing everything they can to expose the truth. Dear future generations, greed. Ultimately, it is greed that's going to be the demise of humankind. When I say greed, I'm talking about corporate greed. Corporations, they call us now corporate America. Again, we're in the year of 2020. It's coming to an end very quickly. Dear future generations, I want to tell you, I don't just think about myself, I think about you and your future, and so do a lot of other people. But you have to understand, there's a lot of people that don't care about the future. They care about the now because they're selfish and they're greedy. Dear future generations, I want to give my thanks and praises right now. What am I thankful for? Ask you, what are you thankful for today? Those of you watching, I want to know down in the comments, what are you actually thankful for this Thanksgiving? I will tell you what I'm thankful for. Amidst this during this COVID plandemic, I am here at my fiance's house in this wonderful, well, let's just call it the getaway. It's not a house, it's a getaway. I'm in the getaway forest. And I was invited to have a nice Thanksgiving, and here I am. Dear future generations, Christmas. Nobody understands anything really about Christmas. Now, I'm going to explain something. You know that Jesus Christ, he was very real, but nobody knows the date of his birth. A lot of people believe he was born on December 25th. Maybe, maybe not. A lot of people also believe that he was born on September 23rd. Now, why do I say this? Because when you look back into the original texts, the animals and the season in which he was born does not match up with what history is telling us. So, dear future generations, I am in the year 2020 coming to a close, and people are wearing masks. We don't want that for you. What we want is for you to live in peace and prosperity and abundance. And my heart goes out to all of you. If you're watching this and you're still wearing a mask, I'm sorry. We're doing the best thing we can to help you all. Dear future generations, it breaks my heart to see that nobody's actually really thinking of the future. And we're doing everything we can, man. And when I say we, there's not too many of us actually trying to help. Dear future generations, I love you with all my heart, and so does, again, a lot of people, and we're thinking of you. But my worst fear is that you're gonna live in bondage. So if you see this in the future and you're still wearing a mask, we didn't do our jobs, so we have a lot of work to do. Also, there was an ancient prophecy by the Indian tribes, okay? The real indigenous people of America. And they said that there was going to be a warrior. They called them the Rainbow Warriors. You're looking at one of them. And they were going to be of all race, creeds, colors, religion. And they were going to get together and do everything they can. And in the prophecy, they win. Well, we're going to see. I have a feeling that we will prevail. Dear future generations, beyond the fact that we love you, there's not a lot that we can do except for spread a good word and how we feel. But 2020 has been one of the craziest years that's ever gone down in history. I've experienced it. Now, what I have experienced this year is disgusting. It's hurtful. And I hope that you never have to see anything that is happening now. Also, dear future generations, extraterrestrials, yes, they're very real. Full disclosure is coming. This is the year 2020, and we already talk about them as if they're very real. So I'm gonna tell you, they're real. You will have full disclosure by then. Look at my past videos, and there's a couple specific videos of the clouds. They reveal themselves in the clouds. Literally. They are here to help. Dear future generations, 5G. 5G is radiation. It is not good for your health. So by the time you see this, you may be in, who knows, 8G, which will be singularity. People are losing their individuality. Right now, what is going on the planet, dear future generations, is what they call social distancing. There's nothing healthy about it. It's nothing but hurting people inside. People feel alone. People will be dying for the next 10 years because the planet is overpopulated. Way overpopulated, and it's unfortunate that we've had to go this route. Family, again, If you don't have time, believe in yourself. Dear future generations, we have you in our mind, in our hearts, and our souls, because reincarnation is real. If you don't know this, we reincarnate. So I might be seeing myself in the future saying this video. This video will eventually go viral. So what I'm going to tell you right now, one of the best advices I've ever had from my mentor. Find a mentor if you need it, dear future generations. Believe in yourself. Anything, one person can change everything. You're looking at one of the people, one of those 1% persons that can change anything. Dear future generation, learn your mudras, okay? Mudras. This is a mudra. This is a mudra. Okay, this is a mudra. This right here, this is also a mudra. This is a mudra. Understand, they're not what people portray them as. I'm going to close it with this. Dear future generations, we have depended on God for a long time. It's time to depend on ourselves and our own spiritual leaders. I am a spiritual leader now. I have ascended to the 5th dimension. Right now, we are going from the 3rd dimension into the 5th dimension. The 3rd dimension is a fear-based frequency. The people in the 3rd dimension, unfortunately, they're going to die. It's already happening, and it's happening very quickly. Unfortunately, it's the elderly, but a lot of people are very scared right now of this pandemic, which I understand, overstand. However, I'm going to say this. There is nothing but, a wise man once said, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Dear future generations, I have one more thing I want to add before I close this. If it weren't for Abraham Lincoln, Thanksgiving wouldn't even exist. He was the one that brought it back to life. I'm going to close this with a prayer, more of a meditation prayer. I pray that you live a great life, dear future generations. I pray that you still have love and you still have your empathy. Right now, your empathy is being attacked through vaccinations. Dear future generations, do not get vaccinated. We pray as warriors that we will prevail, but it all starts with the truth. And once people start, this is also a mudra, once people start telling the truth and all the lies will be exposed, we will prevail. You're gonna live a righteous life. Mark my words, you will live a righteous life. We love you. I love you with all my heart. There's a lot of people out there that are telling their truths in order to make sure that your future is secure and safe. We're here for you, and this video I hope goes down for generations and generations to come. This is for my children, this is for my children's children, this is for anybody that's why I say my children that will watch this in the future. I may be old by now. By the time you really get to see this, I'll be very old. Probably still alive, kicking it, having a good life. I want to say that love is the most important thing in this world. Family, friends are very important. Choose your, and I'm going to state this as I close. If your friends do not inspire you, this is for the young people. You're stuck in a cage. Fly out, find people that inspire you. No druggy buddies. Drugs are going to be also in the future. And you're going to be seeing some really bad things. I've seen overdoses. Dear future generations, love will always prevail. With that said, I want to give my thanks and praises right now to Thanksgiving Day, to my mentor, to my family, to my love. And I want to give my thanks and praises to the universe ultimately, and to the extraterrestrials that you will see one day that are actually watching over this planet. Dear future generations, You are loved. Peace. Peace with you. Also with you. Make sure you raise your vibration in the future.